Welcome, this is Dudley Moore from Remote Places, New Zealand. Today we're heading into the Nevis Valley, which is a great detour if you are going from Cromwell to Southland. This is a 4x4 road and is very popular with bike tourists and adventure motorcycles. It is usually closed in winter, and as it is beyond cell reception, make sure you are well equipped for emergencies. First, let's look at the map. We leave State Highway 6 at Highland Park in Cromwell, head for Bannockburn and climb Duffers Saddle to 1300 metres. It is arguably New Zealand's highest public road. Then we drop down into the Nevis Valley and drive south through 25 river fords, passing some old gold mining sites and exit over the Hector Mountains, dropping back onto State Highway 6 at Gaston. Only 80 kilometres, but Google's time of 4 hours indicates the road conditions we will experience are not all smooth. That was the plan anyway. I had checked the weather forecast and it looked good from 10 AM on. So after a pit stop at Highland Park's Loo with a View, wow, what an interesting place. It is well worth a visit. You can have the exposed experience. The Royal Suite. I'm not going to take you to all of them. Highland's history. We'll try this one. Okay, so in here you get all the where it started. It started way back 2003, so you get the whole shabambles, including the view from the throne. Of course, you sit there and look out. It's one I shouldn't enter, but it says it's okay. It's talking to me. I'm not sure if this is a political statement or not. Urinals with a sense of humour, all with that fabulous view. What do you reckon will be in here? One for you royalists out there. Ah, look at this. The place here. We've got, I think this is Mona Lisa. Everything's rather nice. Complete with a cafe upstairs and all the other activities Highland Park offers. Then we are off. As we climbed higher, this side of Duffers Saddle got progressively muddier, then icy and snow-covered. I was riding a Royal Enfield Himalayan from Central Otago Motorcycle Hire. While it was equipped with great tyres for gravel roads, they were not ideal for the mud and ice I was experiencing. However, I made it to the top of the saddle, despite a couple of moments when the rear wheel tried to get in front of the front wheel. Stopping at the saddle marker, it was obvious that the weather forecast and actual conditions were not lining up. Snow showers were still coming through at regular intervals. I decided to retreat and visit the valley another day. So, down the 900 metre drop, back to Bannockburn. Being careful in the mud and ensuring the bike's brakes didn't overheat on this long, steep section. Back to the tarmac and a twisty road ride through the picturesque Kawara Gorge. A lunch stop at the Gibson Tavern, where I enjoyed a delicious pizza. Then on past Lake Hayes and over the new outlet bridge at Frankton, and down alongside Lake Wakatapu to Kingston. Soon I pass into northern Southland and arrive at Gaston. This little township claims to be the furthest town from the sea in New Zealand. The local information shelter features an interesting history overview, which encouraged me to go for a wander. Discovering the special rabbit seat and two very different cemeteries. I also walked up the hill at the south end to visit the McCann family. Early the next day, after a night's rest at the Gaston lodge, I popped over the road for a coffee and some hot food at the Coffee Bomb. This shiny silver Airstream caravan is a busy stopping place with much coffee, food and laughter coming out of the servery. It is staffed by a bunch of happy gals who turn on the southern hospitality, making visiting here a memorable occasion. Then it is back north 1 kilometre and we turn onto the south end of the Nevis Road. Going through several closed gates, we wind up the hairpin plastered road as we gain altitude to cross the Hector mountain range into the Nevis Valley. We pass the old Southland ski lodge, now the start of the Welcome Rock mountain bike trail and huts. This popular ride was hand cut with a pickaxe and runs for 27 kilometres through incredibly beautiful scenery and history. Further up, I run into snow, ice and mud again and take the right turn off Nevis Road to the top of the ridge. Here I stop before a bog hole and contemplate the silence and views. Shortly after, I was joined by a local farmer on his Honda side by side. After a chat covering numerous topics, including the current condition of the road, I decide to travel only as far as the Southland Otago boundary gate. On my way there, I chatted with a hiker who was up here walking the Welcome Rock circuit and had booked into one of their huts for the night. She was really looking forward to a hot outdoor bath amongst all the snow. Next along came a motorbike rider who had traversed the length of Nevis Road. He confirmed my decision to stop at the gate, suggesting that my tyres and road clearance would not make progress through all the muddy parts likely until they had dried out somewhat. So back down the hill to State Highway 6. It appears the Nevis Road has been teasing me, but I will visit again in more favourable conditions. The attempts have been fun and have also given me a good experience of the Royal Enfield Himalayan's capability. On my way back to Cromwell, I turned off at the Fairlight train station and travelled up the Nevis Valley to the end of Caynard Road. You'll see the highest spot in the Ire Mountains ahead of us, Jane's Peak. At 2,022 metres, this makes it Southland's highest point outside of Fiordland. The Matara River is renowned as a source of brown trout and is a legendary dry fly river. Its 200-kilometre length draws national and international fishermen to try their hand against this elusive brown fish. This is the end of the road. Busy over in the sheep yards. So that's the road end. Bridge. I trust you've enjoyed this video, which ended up quite different from what was planned. Keep exploring wherever and however you are able. We live in a special place. Make sure you grab the opportunity to explore it while you can. Thank you, Dudley Moore from Remote Places, New Zealand. Please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. It encourages us to keep producing more videos. Spoiler alert! Our next video will reveal another curveball the Nevis Road chucked at me.